Good morning. We are live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we are at Lori Foster's Reader and Author Get-Together. And I am here with Summer, who has written some amazing books in 3 different genres. So she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her books, and then we'll ask her a few questions. So go ahead, Summer.
Hi, I'm Summer Hanford. I write in the fantasy genre. I have a 5-book fantasy series out, completely done. It's young adult, so you can read it from beginning to end. A lot of fantasy readers don't like to pick up a series till it's done. And I also write Jane Austen-inspired variations with my writing partner Renata, and I write Regency romance for Scarsdale Publishing.
I love that cover. They did a great job.
I know, it's beautiful.
Yes. So tell us how many Pride and Prejudice books you've written.
At least 20.
Oh, that's amazing. Like, it's just amazing you could have that many variations, you know, like different scenarios.
Oh, I know. My writing partner Renata is great at coming up with new plot lines, and we've hit the Amazon bestseller ranking 6 times with those.
Wow, that is great. So we'll be checking that out for us Pride and Prejudice lovers. So, so wanted to ask you, what would readers be surprised to know about you?
They might be surprised to know that my education, my formal education at university, was in behavioral neurology, where I used to work in a lab.
And how far did you go in your education even?
Well, I have 2 years of graduate work and 2 years of PhD work, but I did not finish my PhD.
That's amazing.
I literally one day up and walked away from it to go become a writer. Because when I was a child, all I wanted was to be a writer. I wanted to build a tower and live in said tower with cats and write books. And one day I was working in the lab and I was just so miserable, and I thought, you know, you only live once.
That is awesome. So would you recommend that to aspiring readers out there? I mean, aspiring writers?
No. I would recommend you start writing in your spare time and try and get a certain amount of money coming in before you up and quit your job, because it took me a lot longer than I anticipated. I had to start another career building and managing websites in the meantime, so that I could support my writing. I used to call it my writing habit.
But now it's a job, a career.
Yes. Now I'm turning down website jobs so that I can have more time to write, because yes, now my writing makes money, and which is the best thing ever for an author, because that's what you want to do. You want to write books. I don't know every author, but at least for me, there are definitely more books that I want to write in my head than if I just sat down today and wrote for the rest of my life. I've done the math. I actually could not write them all.
Oh my God.
I have like a folder, you know, story ideas folder. It's just not humanly possible unless I learn to type a lot faster, and I type pretty fast.
So you do type your books?
Yes, I don't do the...
Yeah. Well, and I met someone earlier who handwrites out her plots before she starts typing. That surprised me.
I outline my plots, but not I type.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't be able to read it.
So tell us a little bit about the half-hour read series.
That is a series that Scarsdale Publishing does. I've done a couple of those for them, and I have another one lined up. They are 4 short stories. Well, they're a little longer than a short story, a little shorter than a novella. The idea is that you can read one in about half an hour, depending on how fast you read. And so you have 4 of them together in a series. So you get a whole series of events. You get to read about the same people 4 different times, but each one is its own romance. So if you know it's bedtime and you just want to read something quick, or on your lunch break, you can pick one up and read it, and the next day read the next one. They're really fun.
In the car line, picking up your kids.
Yeah.
You never know. Yes. Very good. So I was going to ask you, so for a conference like this, what would you recommend for readers that attend conferences like this?
For readers,
or authors, either one.
I mean, for readers, obviously, just go around, meet as many people as you can. Authors are shy, so just meet them. Don't respect their boundaries. They are here because they want to promote themselves. Some of us aren't that great at it, so just walk up to us, say hi. And we love to sign things. It makes us feel loved.
Because I do think sometimes we don't want to bother you, and so...
Yeah, and it's one weekend. A lot of us are introverts, but we gear ourselves up. We're like, for this weekend, I love everybody. Everybody come talk to me.
Yeah. That's awesome. What advice would you give for some of our readers are also aspiring writers? So what advice would you give them to kind of get started?
When I got started in this genre, in Regency romance, I spent 3 months going on Amazon, and whatever was the #1 books, all heat levels, I would just download them and read them, and download them and read them for about 3 months, so that I knew what people expect out of Regency romance. You know, I knew something about it, but I like historical and fantasy. But yeah, I wanted to just know, because it's one thing to know all the facts, but it's another thing to know what the reading audience really likes and enjoys.
Yeah, that is a great idea. That's a great idea. I love that. All right, so we'll end with just one last question. So what do you want readers to get from your books?
Well, my idea of a good reading experience is if while you're reading the book, you forget you're reading, and it's almost like it's a movie playing in your head. When I'm writing, if I'm writing well, I forget that I'm typing, and it's as if it's a movie playing in my head, which is part of the reason I make quite so many errors that my poor editors just can never seem to find every single one, because if I'm not watching what the words as they come up on the screen, my fingers will just type all sorts of random words. They always want to spell road R-O-A-D, no matter what type of road I mean, if I'm not watching what they're doing. But the best writing comes from if it's playing like a movie, and that's how I want the readers to experience it. And I also, some people have said my books sometimes have morals, but I just try to make dynamic characters, and people have morals. I have been accused on occasion that the people in my books are too nice. I don't really know what to do about that. I mean, the bad guys aren't.
That's awesome. We need a little more nice and be kind in the world, so that could be very encouraging. Nice. They need to be great gifts for people. No, I think I've been seeing a lot on social media about being kind, so I think that's the perfect time for that kind of book.
I don't know if I can make my heroes not nice, because they're the heroes.
Exactly. No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being with us, Summer. I have loved it. It's so great to get to know these authors, and let me tell you, they really do mean it when they say come up to them and talk to them. They have all been so gracious. I've been so excited. So thank you. We'll see you guys later.